You have for weeks tried nearly every everything. Two to 3 months I fell off. I fell off hard. Hard, 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 hard. For the first time, it paused again. Cheated on my carnivore. For the first time in months, I went on Cornhub. For the first time in months, I played a video game. I haven't played video games in like 2 years. For the first time in like 2 weeks, I started watching anime again. For the first time in months and weeks, I started watching 4K 60 FPS anime openings with the highest sound music, highest volume. I've tried everything. And I mean everything. But everything wasn't enough. I might have found a solution. You think I'm egotistical, you think I'm a misogynist, you think I'm insane. And I think I am insane. But I'm not telling you that I have the answer to your rut problem. Because I've been there months. And I hate the people who said, hey, do this, and you're out of a rut. Hell no, I tried that and I wasn't out of a rut. Try it. I'm not telling you it's gonna work. It worked for me, but I'm sharing it anyways. Because if it is even a slight chance of helping you, then I am going to share it. I mean, I was in a rut because I was feeling like shit. I wanted to do a work, my work, making content, writing my book. For some reason, I slipped up like every day, every other day. Like, there was once I was such deep in a rut that every single day I was, oh, this time, today I'm gonna be consistent. Today, next day, today. No way, it took over 2 months and not at all. It's more than 60 days straight that, oh, finally everything's gonna change. This new strategy is gonna change everything. I had like 50, 60 different, I can't even spell them how many different strategies I used. I used everything, bro. Nothing at all worked. But there was one thing that I journaled, like I thought. I spent an hour staring at the wall. I spent an hour thinking deeply this time, not this, I'm gonna try this strategy. I watched another YouTube video, try this strategy, watch another YouTube video, try this strategy. For the first time, the realization came that what did I do like 2 years ago that I didn't do now? Because 2 years ago, or no, 1 year ago, half a year ago, I was consistent for weeks. What did I do then? And then I look back, oh yeah, I did this, and then I was like, what did I actually do? And I didn't really. I was like, what did I do? What did I really do? And then I look back. Oh shit. What did I do? It's one thing. Will I share now? I thought myself that this was a cope because I could never do it. I tried for weeks on end. It never worked, so I stopped doing it and thought it wasn't the thing. But it actually was. And this is wake up early. I know this. I thought I was convinced that this, mind you, I was convinced that waking up early doesn't work while having tried it for weeks. You know, I had my alarm at 4 a.m. I woke by the alarm. But I did that weeks in, meaning I never woke up naturally, and I didn't like that, and I felt like shit. Now, for some reason, weeks later it worked, so maybe I'll make a sleeping video because maybe my sleep has gotten better because these crazy things I implement. But wake up early. I did it, and I now do it consistently. I do it now without fucking alarm. I woke up to an alarm, but it was because I was already woke up at like 4 a.m. and then I spent half an hour more in bed because the alarm hasn't even went on yet. So I wasn't sleep deprived when I woke up. I was like kind of oversleeping, but still I feel amazing because I got enough sleep. Just was in bed because it was comfortable enough. But I still woke up at 4:30 when the alarm came. So that means that I still got the desired result, which I'm very happy about. So it actually does work. And this, mind you, is me trying it for months and saying, no, I'm not a lion chronotype, I'm not a this and chronotype. But it worked for me, bro. And I was convinced, like really convinced. Like I know you're like, oh, but I'm special, I'm this now. I am 100% convinced. Like I thought I was exactly where you are months ago, but I know this works. Please trust me. Set your alarm at 4 a.m. You're gonna feel like you're gonna be tired. The first thing you do when you wake up is you run. After running, you can watch content on YouTube. You can watch all my videos. Fine. Because you can't really do your work because you're like, oh, but you shouldn't use sleep deprivation as an excuse. But if you wake up 8 a.m. and you wake up 4 a.m., you will have half your sleep, then not even the discipline guy can do that. No, you'll feel such. If I'm sleep deprived, can't work. I literally fell asleep in one video. Cut it out. In the old days, I did that. I literally slept in a video and cut it out in my edit software. So don't do that, bro. Because sure, you want volume, but if your quality is ass, then oh, but man, I'm getting better at it. A volume makes me better. Yeah, but still, man, not really high ROI. Less than you actually think. Less what people like to say you get. No, you don't. It's not worth that. You try to wake up 4 a.m. Yeah. And there are people saying, oh, you're tired for one day, that's all. And because I had this, my bedtime, let's say, was 7 p.m. I got to bed at like 4 or 5. I did everything. It was so many hours earlier, but I still couldn't sleep. So I don't judge you for that. But I'm telling you, if you fix your sleep, it will be possible. So what I can just give it pretty quickly here because it's annoying because I'm watching this because I want you to get out of a rut and you won't implement this. You would say, oh, 4M is not necessary really if I don't tell you exactly how. So I'll give you a quick brief down or whatever it's called. Quick rundown. So white noise, I have a fan that's so I don't get disturbed by everyone outside of my room. I have a fan on always. And then I have mouth tape on, put it over my mouth, so I breathe from my nose only. I open my window so it's cold as fuck in my room. I have blackout curtains so it's completely dark. So no light, cold room, white noise with my fan to get even extra cold. And then I have mouth tape. And then I have carnivore diet, no carbs. Carbs fuck up my sleep. And then I sleep on the fucking floor. You won't really. I have a video on my channel where I show it, but my camera is. I have the perfect camera position, so I don't want to change it. But I have a blanket with 2 towels. That's it, and then I have a pillow. I'm my blanket. That's all. What is it called in English? I have 1 blanket, 2 towels, big towels, and then I have 1 pillow, and then one fish. See what it's called, and quilt. This is called cover, and then I have the normal bed covers. No, not bed covers, the normal cover. You have, the cover. I think it's called cover. When you're in a normal bed, you also have a normal cover. I put that on me because then it's not too cold. Just you want it to be a little bit warm inside of the the cover, and inside like your pillow. You want to be kind of warm and cozy and stuff, even though you sleep on the floor. And then you want the rest of the room to be cold as fuck. That's the perfect. Some people even have their windows open, but that's way too cold. But have a cold environment, like I mean, like below 16 degrees. Like people have 20 degrees. That's not. You need like 15, 14, even less. Like my room is. If I don't have warm socks, I freeze to death, bro. It needs to be cold. So that's what you do. And how did I? What more? Because those things. But Eskil, I've already tried those things. It didn't work. They do work, but other things that can also help you is a Kindle, like computers and stuff. It's like Kindle. It's less technology, so it's easier to sleep. It's weird because if I have my computer with the lowest brightness, I can still sleep, but it's not as good as when I have a Kindle with lowest brightness. A Kindle, not a phone either. Phone doesn't work that well either, but a Kindle with the lowest brightness, reading a book, that gets me. It's like a sleep pill. It works very well, and it's natural, right? I don't take any pills, no melatonin. I just get to bed with that fucking reading, lowest brightness on a Kindle, and of course with yellow lights and stuff. Common stuff everyone knows about. And then the most important thing that made the difference between me able to wake up early and not, guess what that is? Solo dating, which I will cover in the third step, but I can cover it now. So solo dating is me treating myself, and this is unwinding for real, not unwinding with 1 hour of video games, 1 hour of movies. That shit does not help. So I'm not a pussy saying, it's fine to 1 hour of unwinding with a movie. No, what I'm telling you to unwind with is stare at the wall. No, basically, yeah. What I'm telling you to do is journal. So when I got home from school, instead of me just, I have to read, I still read though, but instead of, I have to record another video before bed, I have to do this, I need to do this, and instead I get my speaker, I put Skyrim tavern music on, peaceful Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5, peaceful Skyrim tavern music. I'm not a drinker, but tavern music gets me in the mood. Like I'm relaxed. I feel amazing. I put that on like this chair here. A big speaker on it, very chill music. I love it. Or sometimes I put it on the floor. Sometimes only with my phone if I forget to charge my speaker. That's what I do. And I journal. And while I'm journaling, it's like you're in the gym, you might as well do another exercise. While I'm journaling, I might as well. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this, because gratitude has really helped me, and I will talk about that in the next step, because there's 3 steps. I'm still on the first and third step. But then I do my gratitude journaling, for reasons I will tell you a little later in this video. It won't be too long, probably 5-10 minute max more. I write, journal what I'm grateful for, and then I do some journal everything that's in my mind, so I can just, it's like unloading, transferring all my thoughts to the paper. It's like I'm saving in my hard drive of the computer of my brain. It's like I'm saving something in my memory. So I don't need, so it's not flowing freely like this. I save it and transfer it onto paper. So everything is on the paper. So I can just leave it on the desk on the paper. My paper won't disappear. My paper will always be there. Good. Now I just keep listening to the tavern music. Then I put my head on my pillow on the floor, and I've slept on the floor for weeks now, so it's even more comfortable than my own bed, which it sounds weird, but it's comfortable floor than my bed now. And then I relax there. And then I tend to get to bed 6:30, and I wake up around 4 a.m., maybe 4:10 or 3:50, full energy. So, and I know this because this is my 7th or 8th video today. This is the same video as, like, the first video I stood up in. I don't even remember what the first video was called. The first video I did today, literally. But yeah, it's powerful because this is my 7th, 8th video. I've done over a week's worth of content in single fucking day. And it's still only 7 a.m. If you're in a rut, please watch this. You have 3 hours of your life is a whole week's worth of your business. You're fucking amazing. Pat yourself in the back. You're a fucking man, bro. You're a G. Okay. So that's the souling dating night. I'm just journaling a little bit. I'm having the music on. I don't force myself to read, but sometimes I feel like reading. And if I'm reading, I have my Kindle or my Storytel. I use Storytel, which is the same as Kindle. It's the same thing, only it's app. We pay for Storytel, so I have a Storytel app reading thing reader. It's called Storytel Reader. So I read on that until I get to bed. Not for the last days though, because it's on. I need to repair it. It broke for some reason. So for the last days, I've just relaxed with that music, and it's worked very well. It's worked well enough so I can record 9 videos like in the old days. I'm happy, proper happy. Good. So that's insane. It's insane how important unwinding is, because you might think, oh, you're like David Goggins. Oh, I should push. I don't even care about my emotion. I can push. Possibly you could push, but I feel myself more ready the next day. And I don't think this is cope, because I actually work better, deeper. Like, I wouldn't be here recording 5, 6 videos today. I could record 3 videos the other evening, yes, but then I wouldn't be able to record all these videos in the morning. And overall, my video quality gets better this way. So, through all the calculations, all the deliberation, all that thing, I realized that this is a positive and not a cope because I love some beautiful. No, because it helped me. And this music ain't really stimulating. Yeah, sure, a little bit. But man, like, if the only habit, bad habit, and honestly, relaxing music is, I don't think it's really a bad habit, because if remembering the old days, Middle Ages, piano and all that stuff, zero edit piano, like, music has existed for many thousand of years now. So I don't think it's the best of the bad habits, I guess you could say. But even then, if it gets me to relax and sleep better, I'm fine with that. And it is the only thing that has limited me. Like, it's the only thing that got me to not do the worst habits. I don't feel like going on anime, going on YouTube, watching content when I have that music. That's more relaxing. It gets me in the. I haven't got a problem with it. It has only helped me thus far. So I would say allow your the most peaceful music you know. Maybe it's some classical music, maybe it's some, but not any anime opening or any video game. Maybe it could be video game relaxing music, as mine is from Elder Scrolls Tavern. You know, tavern music. Because I fucking love fantasy. Fucking amazing. Especially I'm in love with it. But man, the most addicting game, bro. But I don't play the game anymore. I'm dopamine detoxing, and I'm actually feeling quite good this way. Actually, better. I've never felt as good in my entire life as right now. I feel fulfilled making this video. Like. I'm telling you right now, this is my 7th, 8th video. When I click stop recording, I go to my next video then record right away. That's why I've been able to make so many videos in 2 to 3 hours. I just record instant. So I'm in the flow. I'm loving this right now. If you're in the rut, this will probably change your life, yes. So allow that solo date. Because I know how tired you are after school and work. Don't push it. Do your gym session if you have to. Then get home and chill. And chill is not video game and movie. Chill is the most beautiful, relaxing music you can find while journaling and maybe read on a very low brightness Kindle. And then sleep. Spend that time on your pillow. It's fine, bro. It is evening. You should be on the pillow. When it's morning, you should conquer day. When it's evening, you should prepare yourself to conquer the day. That sleep is important. Anyone who tells you sleep is not important, trying to sell you something or an idiot. Sleep is absolutely crucial. An evening routine is extremely important to get you in that sleeping mood. You will not sleep as deeply. I haven't slept as well in days. I haven't slept this well in weeks. Trust me on this. I think I've gotten out of the rut because of this. And this was the biggest reason. Because this wake up early thingy, I still got into a rut because I felt like shit because I was sleep deprived and stuff. But what allowed me to feel good in the morning was solo dating. And you knew that waking up early was probably the thing that fixed your life, but by itself, it wasn't enough. So the second thing, which is also very important, is if you're in a rut and you can't quit bad habits no matter what, then spend as much time outside your house as possible. Environment is everything. Let me repeat myself. Environment is everything. You're there in your room, 10 a.m., waking up later because it's weekend. You get an urge. You fap. Because you're in your bed, you have your blanket, your pillow, your covers. You fap. Or you go to the toilet, take your toilet paper, jack off a little quickly. A monkey. And then you edge for hours. I know you. Then you go on YouTube video, you found this video, you watch this. And then you have 2 other videos you plan on watching. You're like, oh, you put it in a watch later playlist, or you have in your home screen, you have some other people's channel open already, so you can just click on that video when you have watched this. Or maybe you skipped 2-3 minutes, skip the most important part of this video. You think I'm talking too much, and maybe I am, but you're not really taking action anymore. If you, instead of those 2-3 hours, you get home from school 3 p.m., you try to work for an hour, you work shallowly 4 p.m., and then you get a strong craving, you play video games for an hour, but it becomes like 3, and then it's like already 10 p.m., then it's like your bedtime, and then you're like, nah, let's watch some anime instead. Like, I feel really bad. Like, oh, I feel like, why am I playing video games? I shouldn't even have done it. Why am I relapsing? Why am I... And then it keeps going, and then you do that for a whole 2 months. Which is me, literally. I'm speaking to myself right now. No, it doesn't work. And then you shame yourself. Shame, the worst energy. You go about your day like, oh, fat, I feel so bad about myself. You're like, you don't want to look people in the eyes. You don't really want to talk to people because you feel kind of bad. And you're like, shameful. And you don't say, I'm so shameful. You're like, oh, I don't want to talk to her. Like, and like, you're like, oh, girls, well that are fat, right? You're like a no fuck. You're like, I'm fat again, bro. I'm day 3. Day 1. How did I get to day 2, bro? Day 2. Holy crap, you're really in a rut. If you're like asking advice, how do I day 2 of NoFap? Then you're in a rut, bro. Yeah, it's not really fun because I know the pain, but I'm laughing at myself now. How stupid I am. how unintelligent I was. Even though I was on self-improve for 2 years, I was still kind of a bitch, bro. Like, holy crap, bro. But it's like I haven't in like 9 years. I haven't been outside of my house for 1 year besides the gym and school. Maybe 4 years ago I spent half an hour biking with some guy in the neighborhood, but that's it. That's like the extent. Maybe I spent midsummer dancing around the midsummer in Sweden. We have this tradition where we dance around a green. It's not a Christmas tree, but it's like a green tree. It's called midsummer. We're dancing around. We're doing some frog dances. It's really funny, but oh, that's like the only times I left my house, bro. Rest of the time I spent anime opening, anime, YouTube, maybe some 16 hours of Elder Scrolls, which I love the music from, but still. So spend that time outside of your house as possible. And what do you do? Oh yeah, I'm outside of my house, but I'm still thinking about suicide when I'm outside. Okay, try doing flow state tasks. You know what this is. You're like, oh, what is my flow state task? You know this. When I'm speaking, I'm not thinking about million random thoughts. So this is a flow state task. When I'm in the gym, I'm thinking about gym. I'm like in the zone. You're in a flow state. You're playing football, you're playing floorball, you're playing hockey, you're playing some sport, martial arts for you maybe. You're in a flow state. I'm in a flow state when I run, when I bike, when I speak, and when I'm in the gym sometimes. Not all the time, but 100% of the time I'm in a flow state when I'm speaking. Almost all the time when I am biking as well. So those two activities do a lot. And maybe I'm not speaking at the evening, and so I bike and I read. I tend to be in a flow state when I am not sleep deprived and read at the library, not at home. When I'm at home, I'm thinking about anime. Should I watch? Could I find another fine Roman show that is like 9 on Mal or whatever? Like, I'm not thinking about that stuff when I am in the local library. So spend as much time as possible outside of your house. It could be walk in the park, run in the park, bike to the city. You have the gym. Let's say your gym is besides your school and your school is in the city, or your 9 to 5 work is in the city, then I don't know. Spend a couple of hours or 1 2 hours at the library, walking in the park. Spend an extra hour in the gym. Don't rush. Spend even at school, bro. You can take a empty group room or empty classroom that no one uses because the teacher says, "Oh, I'm gonna leave at 5," and your school ends at 3. Then ask them, "Could I spend 2 hours here, please?" If you ask nicely and they're like, "Fine, whatever," we will tell you when we leave so you can leave as well, and so we can put the alarm at the school and close the school and stuff for the day. Look, it's one uncomfortable conversation and you can probably fix your habits, right? Because if you spend 3 to 5 and then you get home like an hour 6, and then if your bedtime is like me, like 7, if your bedtime is super early, like 7 p.m., then you put on your peaceful Skyrim tavern music or whatever music that relaxes you. That's the specific one I use. Maybe lo-fi music, but it's not for me. I don't like lo-fi music. I like Skyrim tavern music. I put that on. I do my journaling. I put my fucking head on the pillow. I do my solo date, and poof. That's it. The most successful, the best guys, the best students in school, I see them staying at the local library or at the library at school 2 hours after school ends. Those are the best guys. Why don't you do the same but in business instead of, oh, you spend 2 hours at school doing homework? Maybe if you have homework, then not doing it at home, because doing it at home is never happening. You know this. You never get any work done at home. You say it yourself sometimes, and it is 100% true for probably everyone. The only guy who can work at home is probably my dad, because he doesn't do any gratification. He's a discipline. He's a good man. He's like, he can be up there doing his work for hours. I can't. If I'm home, can't do work at all. The best work I would do is scrolling my community, right? If I like scrolling, okay, the most productive thing I can do is changing video title of my video. I can't really read or work. The best case scenario, I'm changing video title. Normal case scenario, I'm watching anime opening. Worst case scenario, I'm Fapathon. So I'm not at home. So if you're in this rut and you're really struggling, then do your work, because you often feel like shit when you don't do the thing you know you should ideally be doing. And my ideal day is a couple of hours of speaking, weeks worth of content done. So I wake up early, do what I feel is important, which is recording this video. So I do that, I feel amazing after I've done the most important thing have done. And then I go to school, and after school I don't force myself to do something else besides like gym, because gym I'm like, sure, it takes a lot of energy, but I don't need my brain. I just need to do the workout. Just need to be muscle brain. Then if I have time and it's not for, if it's like I end school super early, then I go to the library. If I don't, then I go home, do my solo dating night with my tavern Skyrim music, sleep, put my head on the pillow, and then repeat, repeat, repeat. It is fun. I'm not bored. I'm more fun this way than when I did bad habits all the time. And so, overall, higher return on investment. I make progress in my business while feeling better. So I feel better and I will set my life up for better success. I'm healthy because I take the bike to the gym and home and stuff. So I get 2 miles of bike, 2 miles plus almost 2 hours of sunlight, which is better than 0. And then a gym session while doing my business work and all that stuff. And so the last thing I want to share with you is that negative thoughts. I hate this school, and you're like, mom wakes up at 7 p.m. Oh, but that's my bedtime. Why, mom? Oh, you have probably 1,000 times already told your mom, please don't at 7 p.m. wake me up. Please don't. And you get mad at her. So it's like, she's for this millionth time saying, oh, take care of your dishes. Do you know how to dish? Just be grateful. Oh, she's caring about me. You know, she's actually thinking as a son. That's why she's coming in here telling me, oh, yeah, dishes. You need to think through gratitude. You're like, oh, but that's deluding yourself. Maybe it's not true. Maybe she's actually. But even if that's the case, which is not, it is love, right? That's why she's like, you know this. I've read about this in this book, one of the best books I've ever read. Where Spearman and David Dida. Woman is difficult. They will always be difficult. Stop hoping for your woman to get easier and simpler, because when she is like that, feminine energy, we don't really understand it. That's when she is loving, right? So that's her natural state. So that's when she is most fulfilled. As men, we're most fulfilled when we do our content. She is most fulfilled when, love and stuff. She is supposed to do. That's right. That's her place. That's all mothers for. All caring mothers. So I'm grateful for. Grateful. So negativity drives anxiety, depression. So it's internal, right? Before I discovered self-improvement, many people hate people. There are some people who hates those big self-improvement creators because if I didn't know about self-improvement, I wouldn't struggle like this. You still are depressed, but then you don't feel that shame by doing the bad habits. Carnivore diet, when you have found the truth, you cannot be unseen. You found self-improvement, it cannot be unseen. You found this waking up early, cannot be unseen. You found this solo that cannot be unseen. When you found something that always works, exercise, sleep is important, do this to improve your sleep, this diet is best, this is best, this is best. When you find the truth, it cannot be unseen. And so, you cannot go back. There's only one path. There is feeling worse or feeling as you do now, or feeling amazing. And adapting to pain. Because if you can adapt to pain, then pain will be done and then everything will be perfect. And so, negativity drives anxiety and depression, and gratitude drives intelligence and feeling good. Gratitude drives that curious mind. And I read a lot about this in a book that's called The Monkey Mind by some author, I don't know. But there's two different minds. There's the monkey mind and the observing mind. The observing mind is curious, asking questions. Wonder why. Yeah, because she's starving. That's why she annoys me all the time. Tell me dishes take clothes. Oh, yeah, she actually washed the clothes. Great gratitude. Grateful for that. I don't need to do that shit because I don't even know how to do it. So I'm grateful, right? You feel better, right? You feel better overall. Why not do it then? And it drives intelligence because it drives this curious. It gets you into this observing mind, which is what we want. We want to be observers. Interesting, curious. Oh, he took the last parking spot. Okay. It's outside of my skin. I can't really control it. I was an hour early to get this parking lot, but it wasn't enough. Instead of, oh, you should have been 2 hours early. You should have. But it is too late now, so no reason to beat yourself up over it. You're like, okay, fine. Because then when you get to the meeting, you're a bit late. You're like, sorry, I made a mistake. Instead of, oh, you can't believe this. Like, I was 1 hour early, and even though, and oh, I hate school, I hate school. Instead, you're like, okay, I have to be at school. Work. How do I work around it? Oh, I wake up 4 a.m. so I can get my business work done before school. When I'm in school, when I have break, I can run. I can get extra sunlight, and then after school, it's late, and I do my gym still, and then I sleep, and then I can do a lot of hours of deep work again. It's like I learn to work around, not forced to be, or do the best as possible while you're there. While you're there, you put your earbuds on. While you're there, you sit at the front so no one's annoying you. You talk to like no one, or if you have friends, of course, but you use it effectively. Your time there. Do your schoolwork done as fast as possible, so you can spend your lunch break, or you can spend 20 minutes of the lecture when you've already done what you're supposed to do reading, right? Be smart about this. If you're in a rut, you hate everything, then start to change that to positive. And I'm not gonna, oh, overnight, you're gonna be positive, positive. It takes time, but if you start changing the way you feel, start negativity drives anxiety and depression, start to go shift that from gratitude that drives feeling good and intelligence. Gratitude has no downside, it's only beneficial. It might sound cringe, but it helps you. So, throughout your day, you feel this gratitude towards something. It's better because you cannot eliminate thoughts. You're there, the best will be to not think at all. And in some instances, you think less, aka flow state. When you're speaking, I don't have any random thoughts in my mind, of course. So I spend as much time as possible in these, but when I have my rest break in gym, when I'm in school, all those things, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Before bed, happy thoughts. Literally journal, write it down, deload everything on my paper so I can relax. Relax for real, not 1 hour video game, not movie, not shit. Real relaxing. Wake up 4 a.m. next day, conquer the day. Good. So, once again, wake up early. You can get the most important thing done before school. Then, at the evening, solo dating. Don't have to do some hellish work or do some work after hellish school and work because you're already tired. Allow yourself that chill, peaceful music, very peaceful music, and putting your head down on your pillow, relax, journal, maybe read with the lowest brightness on a Kindle. And then when you're going about your day, think of positive thoughts. Try do things that gets you in a flow. For me it's speaking, running and biking. Then just be outside of your house, bro. Spend time in your house in the morning. I myself found out that I can actually be at home and be productive in the morning. Only in the morning after 9 a.m. I tend to slip up. So 9 a.m. I go outside and be outside of my house all the day until sleep again. So like 10 to 4, I'm outside gymming and reading in the local library. And then 17 to 19, evening routine. My Skyrim bar music. That's how you get the other side of a rat. Please comment if this helps someone else. Please, I don't know, share this video around, subscribe, whatever, like, whatever. But all that stuff gets let more people find this, because I haven't seen anything like this in a video. I have all these advices. Oh, slowly weighing down, only do 15 fapping a month, that's better progress. Or like, oh, you should never never fap again. Like, none of these advice have ever helped me. All these 50, 60 different advice, like, I don't know how many, habit tracker, reverse habit tracker, you identity, what's the ideal person of yourself, would you actually do this, oh, it's disgusting to do this, it's dumb to do this, it's all that stuff never worked for me. This is the only thing that actually worked for me. So please, some form, tell me if this worked. And so this is the end of the video. I hope this helped you. I made this video just so you could help you, because this was me 2-3 weeks ago. I've done this months ago. I've been in this rut, and I might have gotten out of it because of this. So I want to share. Thank you.